How do you grow your business when your energy is running low? If you're feeling drained, unable to commit to a daily life session, multiple posts, and engagement, you're not alone. We all know that increase our visibility is crucial to our business, but sometimes it just seems like we don't have the bandwidth. And in today's episode, we're going to address this very thing: how to increase our energy to be more profitable. Let's talk with a fundamental idea. Everything is energy. Your business, your revenue, even the money you earn is all about energy. When your energy is low, so is your output and ultimately your income. It's essential then to think about why we sometimes hit these low energy moments. For me, I remember once I hit my 40s, my capacity literally slowed down. I went from going live 360 days a year to grow my business to being able to feeling burned out. Even though that strategy worked for me then, it doesn't work for me now. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, my son has soccer games. So all these things had to change. And I realized, what is going to happen to my business? I was really concerned if I can't keep up with the momentum of my business to grow my business. If I'm losing energy, what do I need to do? So this kept me researching on the concept of how do I fix this issue? I recently read about this in Gay Hendricks' book called The Big Leap. He introduced a concept of the upper limit problem, an idea that each of us has an inner thermostat that set the limit of how much love, success that we allow ourselves to have. When we exceed that limit, we tend to sabotage our own success, either consciously or subconsciously, dragging us back to our comfort zone. And baby, we all know growth does not happen in our comfort zone. Our inner thermostat is shaped by past experience, even dating back to childhood. This programming often keeps us operating in what I call the zone of concept. That's not our true zone of genius. Let me break this down for you. But before I do, make sure you grab your Diva notebook and your diamond pen because, baby, you'll thank me later. Zone number one is what he called the zone of incompetence. This zone of incompetence is where you're not good, but you're trying to do every aspect of your business, from editing videos to designing thumbnails, and you're not naturally inclined with those activities. It drains your energy. It's a clear red flag that you're working in the wrong space. So it's best to delegate these tasks to experts who are good at these areas. Now we have the zone of competence, which is our second zone. Here is where you're reasonably good at something, but it's not where you truly shine. Think of the tasks in this zone where designing website, running Facebook ads. You can do that, but they aren't your passion. I once hand off my landing page to my team member because even though I know how to do it, I knew it was my area of genius. Then come the third zone, the zone of excellence. This is where you perform very well and might even earn a great living. But many people get stuck here because they feel comfortable. For me, that is finance. Finance is that zone that I love. I love talking about wealth building strategy like Roth IRA, traditional IRA. Yet, despite my confidence, I realize there's another zone that really set my soul on fire. This zone is a zone of genius, baby. This is a sweet spot. This is where passion meets your unique talent. It's the work that you could do for free because it fills you with joy. For me, that is building believers just like you. I love speaking and creating talking head contents just like this and helping emerging business on how to create this high value believers. So you can shift your belief system of how you think about yourself versus how God sees you. And transforming that belief really not just help light me up, but my clients up because they learn how to operate in the space that God have called them to operate in. When you operate from your zone of genius, not only do you feel energized, but you also become unstoppable. Energy flows naturally. Your creativity surge, and your success flows. I remember I literally sabotaged my own zone of genius when I first hit my $250,000 in one day. You got to understand, that was more money I ever made. I started worrying. I felt like success was not going to last. I felt like my clients was not going to stay around. So guess what? This led me to self-sabotaging, over delivering and overthinking because I was afraid of what responsibility success brings. The lesson here is clear. When you start feeling that energy dip, it might be because you're working in the wrong zone. You might be working in a space where you're not really meant to be. And that mismatch is draining your energy. The trick is to recognize which zone you're operating in and make the necessary adjustment by delegating the task and focus on what you do best and trust that your unique talent will make room for you with greater success. So here's my challenge to you today. Take a moment, write down everything that brings you joy, everything you do, even if you wouldn't get paid for it. This exercise isn't just a fun activity, but it's a powerful tool for clarity. By knowing what truly lights you up, you can start saying no to the tasks and responsibility that drains you. When someone asks you something to do something that's outside of that list, you have a clear answer to say, baby, that's not on my zone of genius. For example, if speaking and consulting is your strength, lean into it. Stop working on tasks that pull you away from your zone of genius. Remember the law of inertia. A body at rest will stay at rest. Your energy stay low until it's acted upon by external force. Example, by like this podcast, pushing you to go into your zone of genius. Once you're in your motion, nothing can stop you. I mean, nothing can stop you. There's also another element that I have to bring up before we end. This element, it involves trusting the process and having faith. Holding on to belief that your zone of genius will make room for you is vital. If you find yourself doubting, thinking, how long will this zone of genius start working for me? I want you to understand, remember, faith is what yields transformation. Trust that when you operate in alignment, the abundance and prosperity you desire will flow right through you. So today, it's all about shifting from low energy to high energy and operate only in your zone of genius. When you align your work with what truly lights you up, the law of momentum that propels you forward. So take my challenge right now. Write down what is your area of genius, delegate what is not in alignment, and let that energy drive you to success. And if this message resonates with you, I would love to hear. Reach out to me on Instagram and share this exercise with someone else. I would like to know how this exercise helped you to identify what your zone of genius is. Until next time, stay energized, stay focused, and remember, your gift will make room for you. It's your girl, Sherry Summer Bell. Talk soon.